Today I'm going to teach you 5 must-know nades on every map, and this one is very special this year because we have, of course, a brand new map and train, and also we actually have to go back and make some amendments to the previous year's must-know nades video, because for some reason last year Valve actually tweaked jump throws halfway through the year, so my video became, well, not useful anymore. And a lot of you guys were commenting saying that my lineups were bad, but actually the video was just old. So if you're watching this at any point throughout the year in 2025, 2026, whenever, and the nade lineups are not working, don't worry, Valve has been tweaking these things as CS2 has been released, so we might have to make some adjustments as we move on. If anything does get changed though, make sure you guys let me know in the comments. And with that being said, let's move on to the first map, which will be Mirage. Now, of course, Mirage is a community fan favorite, so we're going to start things off with the window smoke. And the window smoke is super easy to throw, so in T-spawn at the beginning of the round, you're going to get in front of this side of the trash can. Very important that it's that side. Then you're going to aim at this part of the roof and hold D. In case you're confused what I mean hold D so that you're moving right on your keyboard. Then again, we're going to line up here, hold D while aiming here, and then jump throw. If you do that, you should get a very consistent window smoke that will land in a timely manner. Just make sure to tell your teammates, since this one's a little bit slower, so that way they don't get off. And while they're waiting, you can tell them about today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. Now, if you're not familiar with SkinsMonkey, this is a trade site that allows you to take some of the old and crusty skins out of your inventory, and you can actually trade them in for something a little bit new, a little bit shinier than what you have right now. And it's really easy to do this, actually. All you need to do is log in through Steam, pick the skins that you don't want to use anymore, grab the ones that you do, and then click trade. All trades will pretty much happen immediately, and any balance that you don't use in your trade actually stays on the site for you to use for any future trades that you decide to do. And right now, if you use the link in the description, you can actually get a 35% deposit bonus, and that's good for up to $100. So let's say you deposit $100, you would actually get $135 on the site if you use my link. So make sure you check out SkinsMonkey, and let's hop right back into the video. Moving on to the A site, of course, we need to know how to smoke stairs and jungle, and this is no different than in previous years. You're going to have a teammate drop you an extra smoke right here in this corner, then you're going to get stuck in it. You're going to aim across from you until you find this dot, and whenever you find it, you're going to give it a middle click jump throw. That smoke will fly through the air, of course, landing stairs. Then you'll pick up the other smoke, aim here, and left click. That will be a nice combination to give you a stairs and jungle smoke that is very consistent. Now, as far as B, the market window smoke, you can't go wrong with it. You're going to find yourself in this corner in apps, then you're going to find this tiny dot on the pillar, and whenever you're ready, you give it a jump throw. Of course, that will smoke off market window. And yeah, just a pretty good smoke overall. Next, we have a new addition to this year's must-know smokes, which is the connector smoke. Pretty easy out of spawn. You get on top of the trash can, and then while crouched, you're going to aim right here where the rug meets this part of the wall, and then give it a jump throw. Again, while crouched, otherwise it will not land like this. And of course, the connector smoke is really strong, especially when it's paired with the window smoke, so that way you can take full mid control and hopefully just make Mirage a lot easier, which is the whole goal of this video. Moving on to Dust 2, another community classic. I have a couple smokes here that I think you guys are going to need. Starting off with the long cross smoke. This one is easy as ever. You're going to get it right here onto the blue trash can, and then you're going to aim like shown, just so you don't hit the walls here. It's a super loose smoke. You don't even need to be standing precisely right there, and you'll get a long cross smoke, and you'll need this if you want to go towards A. But if you want to go towards the B site, you're probably going to want to know how to smoke the B door. So in T-spawn, you'll get in this corner, and you're going to find this stain right here on the wall, give it a jump throw, and that of course will be a perfect smoke for B door. Now, we don't need to throw the Xbox smoke anymore. Instead, we're going to be throwing this mid door smoke, and this lineup is probably the easiest one on the menu today. You're going to line up on this crack in T-spawn. You're going to find this dot on the wall and give it a regular jump throw. The kids on the street are calling this the crack dot smoke, so you might want to know that one. It's of course a perfect smoke that'll let you go in towards cat and basically set up for any execute that you want. If you're enjoying this video right now and you're not already subscribed to the channel, then I would really appreciate it if you would just quickly go down there, click that button, click the like button, and come back and just watch the rest of the video. Thank you very much. Now, once you've thrown the mid door smoke and you've gotten close mid, you can actually go mid to B, and you want to throw a smoke that does not land like this. Now, it looks like this smoke is good. The problem is that people can actually see over this smoke if you want to go doors in multiple different ways. So I recommend throwing this one from the corner of Xbox. You're going to find these two screws on this plank. Then once you find that, go just a little bit to the right. Make sure you throw this while crouched. That will be a crouching jump throw that will perfectly smoke off mid to B. and look at that, we don't have any annoying gaps on the top of it now. And of course, to finish Dust 2 off, we have the long door smoke for the CTs. I always show the smoke for the Ts to help take long, but this year we got the CT one. So out of spawn, you're going to get stuck in the corner of the box and find the top of this pipe like shown, give it a regular jump though, and that smoke will actually land on the box and perfectly smoke off long doors so that you can win the fight if you want to go long. Which will bring us to the next map, which is Nuke. Now this one's a personal favorite of mine because there's so many smokes that you just need to know. We've got outside smokes, we've got the vent lurk smoke, and speaking of that one, let's start with the vent lurk smoke because a lot of you guys probably don't even know how strong this is. You can actually use it to get out of squeaky and maybe even sneak down the vent. So if you want to throw this, you're going to make sure you break the windows running out of spawn. Then you're going to get into this corner right here. You're going to look for the corner of this light here and just go up to the right, and in between these two black dots. I know it's a little complicated, but once you find it, give it a jump throw, and because you broke the windows earlier, it will perfectly bounce through and give you this lurk smoke that you can use as a T. It's very uncomfortable for the CTs, and like I said, it's very strong. You could sneak down the vent and maybe even get a kill top hut. Overall, I highly recommend this one. Now, it wouldn't be Nuke unless I showed you how to throw the outside smokes, and today I'm going to show you two separate sets. Now, of course, we have the first one here, which is the meta one. You're going to, out of spawn, have a teammate drop you a smoke right here, get stuck in this corner, then you're going to turn around and aim at these windows. Now, this first one is going to be a regular jump throw, then you're going to pick up the other smoke and aim at this part of the window. This one will be a tap W jump throw. Now, this set of outside smokes you throw for your team, and of course, it will let you cross towards secret. Now, if those smokes are too complicated for you, there is another set that you can throw. You will just need a friend to know the other lineup. So let's go back to spawn here. The first one is on the back of this truck. You'll line up like shown, then aim at the bottom left of this window frame and give it a jump throw. Then your friend will line up on the front of the box, and he will then aim at the corner of the roof again like shown, and another regular jump throw. And what will happen is you will get a perfect set of outside smokes that you can use to cross towards secret. You just need to make sure you have somebody throw that one smoke off the fence, otherwise you might get picked from garage. Short and sweet on Nuke, but that will be 5, actually 6 smokes that you need to know, which brings us to Inferno. Now, I know a lot of people don't play this map, but if you do get it in Premiere or Face It, you should probably know how to throw some smokes. So let's start with the Arch Smoke. Now, there is actually 2 lineups that I want to show you. The Arch Smoke is, of course, essential if you want to go A. The first lineup's in alt mid here. You line up on the left of the window, find the corner of the roof here, and then just give it a left click throw. It's easy as ever, but if you want to throw it from closer, you actually can do that as well. So you will line up on the mailboxes, I'm going to call these, or maybe whatever, then just aim at the corner of the roof again and left click though. Both of these lineups are very strong. It just depends on whichever one you want to throw. But once you have thrown the Arch Smoke and taken bracket control, you're ready for the Moto Smoke. Now, I finally nailed this one down. You're going to line up on the back part of this orange wall. Then you're going to find this brick. Now, I'm outlining it for you here. You're going to find where this brick and the other one on top of it meet, and then jump throw. Super easy. Very, I mean, it can't get any easier than that. I know I've shown so many throughout the years, but that's the one I'm sticking with. That's the Moto Smoke. Moving on to B site, we have the same lineups that we've had every year. We have the CT Smoke, which is from the left of this gas panel. Once you get lined up on it, you're going to look for the corner of this roof, give it a regular left click throw. Of course, this CT Smoke will land on top to smoke off the boost as well, so you probably want to be throwing this one. Then we have the Coffin Smoke in front of half wall on the T side. You're going to find this arrow. On the left side of the arrow, there's a little stain. You're going to aim at the top of that stain and then give it a jump throw. I know this seems complicated, but the more you practice it, the easier it gets. Of course, this is a perfect Coffin Smoke. Nobody can stand on top of it and see you through this little gap. They'd have to jump on the top like this, and that's just not going to happen. And for the last smoke on Inferno, we have a new one, which will be the Arch Wrap Smoke, and you can use this smoke here to actually go into CT. A lot of people probably don't even know about this smoke, but it's a lot easier than you'd expect. So after the Arch Smoke fades, you're going to get into this corner right here and find this part of the wall and give it a regular jump throw. The smoke will bounce off the wall and land to perfectly smoke off Moto, as you can see there. And of course, like I said, this smoke is very strong because you can use it to go in through Arch, to CT, and to B site. It's just putting a lot of pressure on the CTs, and I highly recommend you throw this. Even if you don't use it, you're going to force some rotates, but that's enough Inferno. Let's move on to Ancient. This one's my favorite map in the game right now, and there's a lot of smokes that you're going to need to know, and we're going to get started with the House Smoke. Now, I'm not counting this in the 5 smokes this year because you basically need this smoke to do anything on Ancient. So of course, out of spawn, you get on the left side of this pillar, find this brick as a reference, and just aim to the right a little bit, give it a regular jump throw, and that will be your House Smoke. You can actually use this with a new smoke I'm going to teach you in this video, which is the Cave Cave Smoke. Now, this smoke is very strong. A lot of people struggle with aggression from the CTs here, and you can actually use this smoke to smoke it off and help the mid take. So out of spawn, you're going to get on top of these rocks. You probably didn't even know you could do that. Then you're going to aim under this white smudge here and give it a regular jump throw. Smoke will fly through the air and it will perfectly land to smoke off Cave or Cheetah or whatever you may call this. Again, you can use this smoke in pretty much every round and you'll see a lot of success. So let's talk about the A smokes. We have the CT smoke as well as the donut smoke. Let's start with CT. You're going to throw it from outside of A main, get in this corner and just aim in this square. Anywhere in this square, it will be perfect. Regular jump throw, and that will be a CT smoke, as you can see. The most important thing here is that once you throw this smoke, you also need to molly behind default because CTs will definitely be playing there. Now, the donut smoke is easy as ever. They finally changed this one. You're going to line up in the center of this column here. Then you're going to find this specific X and aim above it in the gap. Then give it a jump throw. Smoke will, of course, land to smoke off donut perfectly. And with both of these smokes, you have a beautiful A exec. Now, for B, I actually do have one smoke, which is the short smoke. I think this one is probably the most important of the two. And this one, actually, the lineup is pretty smooth. You're going to line up on the center of this handle, and then you're going to aim above the plant here on the tip of this leaf and give it a regular left click throw. That is going to smoke off short perfectly for you. Now, I know we normally focus on the mid fight from the T's perspective when we're talking about tutorials on my channel, but today I actually want to show you how to smoke off CT mid that is not an insta smoke. So out of spawn, you're going to get right here and you're going to find this dot on the brick. Regular jump throw. Then out of house, you're going to make sure you molly in front of that smoke so that way the T's can't come out and you actually have a decent solution in your games to deal with mid on your CT side. Now, a couple people will probably say, but Austin, I want the insta smokes, and that's fantastic if you want the instant lineups. I have a video on my channel from all these spawns in the top right of your screen right now. That being said, we find ourselves on Anubis, and of course we have the standard Anubis smokes to teach you today, starting with the house smoke. Now, out of spawn, you're going to find yourself in this door cubby. Then you're going to aim at the corner of this roof. It is very difficult to see, so let me just move a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm aiming at. Then when you find it, you're going to give it a regular jump throw. Now, this smoke will smoke house, but it's really no good unless you molly the right side, so you get a bonus molly in this video. Line up in front of this lantern and just put your crosshair like shown and just give it a left click, and you're going to get a molly to molly the right side here, the door side, and there you go. Easy mid control. Let's move on to the EBox smoke or the cave smoke, the dark smoke. Get in front of these phones right here, aim at this part of the roof that's sticking out, and give it a regular left click jump throw. This smoke is exceptionally strong because you can use it to smoke off EBox, but you can also use it as a lurk smoke if you were to walk through and potentially catch somebody off guard on the other side who isn't expecting you. So make sure you try that one as well in your next games. Now we have the A smokes. We have Heaven and Camera. Both of these smokes are easy as ever in CS2. For Heaven, we're going to line up in this corner, find this corner of the box here and aim down just in the middle, and then a regular jump throw. That's going to be a Heaven smoke with no gaps, and you can pair this with a camera smoke because they are best friends. I think the camera smoke actually might be more important than the Heaven smoke, but to throw this, you're going to get in this corner outside of A main, and you're going to go to the second plank here. So that's the first one. This is the second one. This is a middle click jump throw. So again, left and right click at the same time, let go at the same time, jump throw, and there you go, a camera smoke for you. Now, if you want to go to the B site, you want to know how to smoke off this left side. We have the standard lineup from spawn, which is this one right here next to the gate. Find this line in the window. You see it there, the line. Then give it a left click jump throw. You could throw this for a B rush, or you could throw this in general just to scare the CT. Sometimes it works like that. But if you want to throw it from closer, you can do that as well. Get into this corner outside of B main and aim in between the second and third little shapes here. I'm not sure. And then left click jump throw again. And there you go. That's the left side smoke from closer. The problem with this one is that it doesn't go as deep. So just be careful around the edges of this smoke. But that should cover Anubis. And we can actually move on to the last map, the new addition in the map pool. And of course, that's Train. I love Train. This map is so much fun. I actually have an entire video dedicated to new nades, but let's get down to business with the 5 ones that you probably should know, starting with the camera smoke. You're going to get in front of this pole here, the one that has the stain on it, so you can remember. Then you're going to aim at the corner of the roof and give it a left click jump throw, just as shown. And that will be a smoke, of course, to smoke off camera. And that's very important because a lot of times you might find oppers or other people going for picks. So smoking that off early in the round is going to be useful. Next, we have the sandwich smoke. This one's just as useful. So out of spawn, you're going to find the word that says free, get in front of that pole, and then aim at this stain right here. It's very hard to see this one, but once you find it, it's easy, and then give it a regular jump though. That will be sandwich, and of course, you can use this smoke to get out to back red, and overall, just apply a lot of pressure to the CTs. You can maybe go hell, you can get flashes of smoke, a lot of options. But towards B, we have the ramp smoke, and of course, the ramp smoke is very standard. You use this to come down ramp. Nothing fancy with this one. You're going to line up on this corner, find this part of the sidewalk that's cracked, and just give it a left click throw. Once you do that, you can come down the ramp with no drama, and yeah, I mean, that's as simple as it gets. That's the B smoke. But it's not the only option that you have, because you can also smoke Z, and this lineup's pretty cool. You're going to line up in upper halls in the center of this air conditioner, and then aim at the bottom left of this glass, and then jump throw. That smoke is actually going to land in Z, and it will not flood out, so you can use that to your advantage. But if you don't want to throw that one and you want to throw one that covers off the entirety of Z, you can do this, line up on the box, find this dot, and then regular jump throw, and that one will actually flood out. This one's just player's choice. I can't tell you which one's better or not. It just remains to be seen at this point. And last but not least, we have the T-connector smoke for the CTs that you can use to fight outside early in the round. Out of spawn, you're going to get in front of this building, and you're going to aim at the top of this pipe. Now, you're going to walk and jump throw when your crosshair crosses right here, and if you do it in one smooth motion, it'll look a little something like this. This one does take some practice, so make sure you go in the server and make sure you can hit it. This smoke will land in TCon. Sometimes it lands a little bit deeper than others, but it still works just the same, so don't worry about that. And that's pretty much going to wrap up 5 must-know smokes of 2025. I might have to release a second part to this if Valve decide to change all the lineups again like they did last year, but hopefully they will not do that. So if you watched this far, please like the video, share it with your friends so they quit trolling your games, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you can be up to date on all of the must-know CS2 tips and tricks, as well as you can learn CS along with me. And if you want to do that at a higher level, I also offer Patreon content as well, where you can see what I do to improve myself as a player. This goes with team practice, self-demo reviews, and overall just theory and stuff. That will also be linked in the description. You can try checking it out for just $5 a month, and I will also start shouting out all of my Patreon supporters at the end of videos. So I would really appreciate if you guys consider doing that, and that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys very, very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Much love.